We are on day 3 of logarithms. Your learning target today, I can expand logarithmic expressions using properties of logarithms. We've got quite a few things to just review before we start. If you remember from yesterday, my board does not like to change pages. All right, we'll start with the exponential form, logarithmic form. These are reviews from the first day. You can rewrite one to show the other. We also talked about the common logs, log base 10, and the natural log, log base e. We'll review the properties that we went over yesterday. We know if we had x squared times x to the third, remember we add. Here we have, if you're multiplying two things in a log, you can separate them with addition. Remember, today we're condensing, so we can also go the other way. If you see log base b of m plus log base b of n, you can condense them and rewrite them in a smaller form, log base b of m times n. Division, we can also simplify and condense. If you have log base b of m minus log base b of n, when you subtract two things, you can rewrite them as division. For exponents, we can take the multiplier out in the front, that p, and bring it up to be the exponent. And again, we know comparing powers that the two values are going to be the same. All right, now that we've completed our review, again, these are all things we talked about yesterday. We're just going to go backwards into properties. Yesterday we expanded, today we condensed. So condense each expression. We're going to make everything condensed a little bit smaller, a little bit more put together. This can be rewritten as the natural log of 6 over 2, and we know we can simplify that to be the natural log of 3. Here we have 3 log base 4 of 2 plus log base 4 of 5. We can rewrite this. It's going to take us 2 steps. First, we want to move that multiplier out in front to be the exponent. So log base 4 of 2 to the third power plus log base 4 of 5. We know 2 to the third is 8. So when we rewrite this, we can simplify one step further. And we're going to write this as log base 4 of 8 times 5. And I know you guys can do simple math, so we'll simplify one step further. Log base 4 of 40. That is the condensed version. Got one more example hanging out here on the bottom. Similar to what we just did, we're going to move those multipliers up to be the exponents first. And I don't think I mentioned this before, but we always want to make sure that our bases are the same when we condense. If the bases aren't the same, we cannot condense them. So those are both base 3, so we can continue. Just wanted to make sure to point that out. So we can simplify this one step further. We've got log base 3. 1 to the 4th is just 1 over 8 squared is 64. And that is our condensed version. We'll look at just a couple more examples here. This is kind of undoing everything we did yesterday. Here we have 3 log of x plus log of y. There's no base written, so we know the base is 10. This is the same as log of x cubed plus log of y, and we can rewrite that one more time to be log of x cubed y, and those are all being multiplied together. And last example, This one's a little tricky. Log base 7 of 2 minus log base 7 of 8 plus log base 7 of 10. So here there's multiplying and subtracting, and I know PEMDAS tells us we just go left to right, but when we're dealing with logs, we actually are going to separate them. So we actually are going to do things that are being added and subtracted separately, and the rules actually say to take anything that is being subtracted and move it to the end. I know this kind of goes against what we've seen before, but we're going to rewrite it. So anything subtracted at the end. So we're going to rewrite this, just reorder it. We're not going to condense anything yet. Log base 7 of 2. This is our subtracted piece, so we're just going to hang on to him for a second. We're going to continue with what's left. Log base 7 of 10. We're out of terms, so now we're going to add the subtracted piece. Then we can go ahead and condense, condensing our addition pieces first. So log base 7 of 2 times 10 is 20 minus log base 7 of 8. One more time then, we have log base 7 of 20 over 8. And if we want to simplify that, we can divide 4 out of both, which is the same as log base 7 of 5 halves. That is as condensed and simplified as it gets. So remember, if they're written like this and there's pluses and minuses all over the place, anything that is being subtracted moves to the end, and then you go along with combining your addition and then combining your subtraction.